Hey guys, so we have done, well hold on, let me welcome you to the next Journey of Discovery slash Tanuri experiment video, and today's video is a sequel to our super popular video with almost 46 views.
Thousands.
No, just 46. That's like a lot for Tanuri X and JOD.
It's older than me.
Exactly. 46 views, my friends. And this is a sequel to that video of road trip games. So we're going to show you a few amazing road trip games you can play if you're on a road trip like we are, to make sure you can have fun and not just be like this on your road trip while the poor driver has to drive while you sleep.
Yeah.
And you can have fun, keep him awake,
Yes,
keep yourselves
you
awake,
have
make the road trip as much fun as the destination, right?
Yes, the journey is part of the journey.
I don't think
Yeah,
that's
that's
what the
not-
saying is, but
Yeah.
I'm pretty
The
sure it's...
journey is as important as the destination.
Yes, enjoy the... Well, actually, if anything, the journey is as
More
more important than
important.
the
Yes.
destination.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the one.
Enjoy the journey, and this is one way you can do that. All right.
Yes.
So I see our hands are really bright. That's because they're in the sun, so I hope that's not too distracting. But anyways, let's move on to game number 1. Alright, so we're going to have 5 road trip games we're going to show you today, and we'll break them down into our top 5. This game is called Riddles with Answers. It's an app that you can get on Google Android. I'm not sure if you can get it on iPhone, but probably. And basically you ask one another riddles that you can find on this app, and you see who can answer the question correctly first, and that person gets points. Go through as many riddles as you want, make it 5, 10, and the first person to get the most riddles, up to 10 riddles or 5, whatever the
I
case
think
is.
let's do 5.
We'll do 5. Wins the game. And we can do 5 because we practiced this earlier and we're really bad at riddles.
Yes.
So here goes. First riddle.
Yes.
What gets bigger every time you take from it? Take from it, it gets bigger.
Definitely not your bank account.
No, you take from.
Take.
Every time you take from it, it gets bigger. All right, because we have a time limit here,
Yeah.
we're going to have to...
Okay,
Anyone?
Everyone give a guess. I said bank account, which is obviously wrong.
You time. If I take from it,
Time.
take time,
It gets
gets
bigger.
I like that
You
answer,
didn't
but
guess.
I don't know. I don't know.
No, you have to guess. Oh.
It's a hole.
Every time you take soil, it
You
gets
take
bigger.
okay, all right, here we go. So,
Oh.
Damn it.
so no one got
Okay,
that one.
0.
Second riddle: 2 fathers and 2 sons go fishing.
Mm.
Each of them catch 1 fish. So why do they bring home only 3 fish?
Because they ate 2.
2 fathers and 2
So he
sons.
says they ate 2. 2 fathers, 2 sons go
so
fishing.
6.
Each of them catch 1
It
fish.
should be 4 fish, but they
Oh,
have
it's
only
small.
bring 3 home.
Because
So
they
why do
ate
they
1.
Okay, wait, hang on. Maybe,
Oh, they threw back the 1.
or 2 fathers and 2 sons.
Oh, I got it.
Is it like
Grandfather,
one?
father,
Yes.
and 1 son. So
And
it's actually
one
only
son.
3
Yeah,
people.
because it's the father of the father.
grandfather,
and
the father, and the
yes,
son.
That's what I was going to say.
Okay.
Because the fishing group comprises grandfather, his son, and his
Yes.
grandson. Hence, just
Woohoo!
boom! I said it
Boom!
first. I get the point.
I thought it
It
first.
doesn't matter. It
Yeah,
doesn't
it's-
count because if we
you have to
can't read your
verbalize.
minds.
Half point?
No.
Ah!
because then we can
Oh
always
my
say,
God.
"I thought of that." So no, that doesn't count. All right. Riddle number 3.
Discrimination, sexism happening here.
What
Sure.
can fill a room but takes up no space?
Gas.
Personality.
So personality can fill up a room, takes no space. Gas can fill up a room and take no space.
You read what he said.
What can fill up a
Air.
room and take no space? I know. Tension. Answer is light.
Light.
Oh my goodness. All right.
It's wrong.
This is number 4. Wednesday, Tom and Joe went to a restaurant and ate dinner. When they were done, they paid for the food and left. But Tom and Joe didn't pay for the food. Who did? I'll read it again. Wednesday, Tom and Joe went to a restaurant and ate
Wednesday
dinner.
paid for the food.
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
Ah, you
Damn
do
it!
You don't get
The
it all.
credit
I'm
card.
not asking for it. I think she's right. What do you think?
Wednesday
Credit
paid
card.
for it.
Wednesday's the name of,
The name
of
of
a
the
person. Their friend Wednesday, I guess. Alright, final one. It's 1-1
Was
to
the
Tanya and I.
answer right?
Yes.
Yeah.
What has 4 fingers and a thumb but is not living? 4 fingers and a thumb, but is not living.
4 fingers and a thumb.
But is not living.
An embryo.
Well, technically it's still alive. Well, I guess that's debatable.
Wait, let's guess.
Depending how young it
Oh,
is.
yeah.
Fingers.
And the thumb, but is not living.
I'm thinking some sort of instrument, but
Thumb. Yeah, where do you use the word thumb,
I know that's what I'm trying to
but
think.
not in relation to the human
To the
body?
human body.
Thumb. I thumbed it.
Thumbnail.
What has 4 fingers? What can you use fingers to describe something that's not human body?
See, I'm thinking instrument, but I'm gonna just say instrument.
I don't know.
You need to guess. You can't say I don't know.
I don't know.
Just guess.
The answer is a glove.
Glove. Oh my gosh.
Goodness. All right, so it's a draw between Tanya and I. So that ended just in time because the video just cut out there. So that's a game you can play. Riddles with answers. Play 5, I suggest. Well, we did because we didn't make the video too long. Alternatively, if you want to make it longer, 10 to 15, you can do it if it's a long drive. So it's kind of fun, but we're not the best at riddles. But technically, Tanya and I drew that one. She got 1 right, I got 1 right. So that's one of the 5 road trip games you can play. And next, all right, so you just heard Tanya. She said Windpomp isn't really a game. We're going to prove her wrong because this is the next game we can describe. We call it Windpomp. And in Afrikaans, if you're not South African,
Afrikaans. Whoop, whoop.
it means to hump the wind. Is that not true? What does
Air
it mean?
pump.
What does Windpomp mean?
Well, that's direct translation.
That's a direct translation. All right, I'm being facetious here. But basically, a windpomp is a windmill because the wind is used to pump the water. So it's
I don't
called
think I know.
Windpomp, wind pump, windpomp.
Yeah.
Anyways, so the reason it's called windpomp is because we started playing this game with another group of friends. And every time someone sees a windmill, they shout windpomp. And basically, then they get 1 point. And you do this for a period of time, say like 10 Ks. We're going to do it for, let's say 2 Ks. We're not going to do it for very long. 2
I've
Ks.
not seen any. I've been looking for 10.
But it doesn't have to be windmills because you may be in the part of the world where you don't have windmills. So we're going to do it with something that is something we can see where we are, but it's not as prevalent
Birds.
as wind pumps might be in other areas. So here there's a lot of cows, I suppose, or what are you
bird.
thinking?
Flying.
Okay, but we didn't agree on it. Did we agree that it's birds? But he doesn't agree with birds. How about, what else? Give me some ideas, Tanya.
Birds.
Trucks.
Got
Okay.
loads of trucks, and you got a rearview mirror, so that's not
Yeah,
fair.
that's not fair. Yeah.
Casinos.
How about let's use a car? Okay, specific type of car.
Okay.
Let's say
Toyota.
a Toyota.
VW.
Okay, you can't look in your rear view. You can look in your rear view, but it can't
But
be cars
for that.
that come this
Yeah.
way. Well, shoot, it can be cars that come this way.
Uh-huh.
But then we're allowed to look back as well. Okay, let's go. We're doing cars, specifically Toyotas.
Should have done BMWs.
I know, I'm seeing a lot of this now.
Should have done VW, yeah.
And you have to shout Windpomp, remember?
That was a VW.
Okay, check your kilometers. It's 4755. When it hits 4757.
Toyota.
No,
Okay, oh, Toyota.
no, he's got 1 point. You got none
I
because you
want
didn't say
to
Windpomp.
Windpomp.
So Francis won.
Windpomp, not.
Ah, that's
you lose
minus
a
1.
point.
Damn it.
False accusations, lose a
VW.
point because he's trying to preempt it and hope it is a Toyota. That's minus points. Now we're all equal.
Again.
Oh my goodness, we only have 1K.
How many Ks are we doing it for? 2?
2Ks.
Is that it?
Yeah, so the audience gets the point of the game. We don't want to do it for too long. Damn it, I wish mine was better.
Oh, damn it!
Wish mine was better. Okay, 1-0. Windpomp! I'm sure that's a Toyota up ahead. If I'm
Yeah.
wrong, I'm minus 1. Windpomp! Yes!
This one as well.
Oh, I wasn't talking about that one.
Windpomp.
No, you Windpomped that one. So,
You must
I
thrust.
get-
We
it's-
should thrust
so
when we see them.
so it's
Otherwise
2-1-1.
You
I
must
have 2,
thrust.
right?
You must thrust if you see one.
Okay, I got 2, you have 1, you have 1.
No rule, you must thrust.
Windpomp.
Windpomp!
Damn it.
He didn't thrust.
2 doesn't matter.
I can't freaking thrust, I'm driving.
Windpomp! Yes!
I think this is Windpomp. I'm
It's
going to
almost,
Windpomp
it's
this.
almost 4758. The game's over.
I Windpomp this one.
Okay, then you got
2.
2. I got 3, 2, 2. That means I won. I'll take it. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is Windpomp, and it's super fun.
But
Just
you use anything. You don't have to use a Windpomp.
yeah, like I said, it doesn't have to be a windmill. Use anything you know you will see, not a lot of. Otherwise, people are just going to be screaming Windpomp all the time. It's going to be difficult to keep track of the score. And it's a lot of fun. And the radio just went on. Oh no, sorry, it's the map.
It's the map
Maps
telling us there's
warning
a
us
camera
about
ahead.
a camera up ahead. Okay, so that's the second game. Game 3. Alrighty, so the third game we're gonna introduce you to, road trip game, is called, well, we kind of made it up but didn't make it up, so we kind of call it the alphabet, countries, vegetables, or any other subject game. It's a really long name. We'll think of a better name for it. But basically how this game works is we're gonna pick a subject or a topic, and we'll start with countries. And then let's say I'll begin with A. And then I have to come up with a country that starts with the letter A, then he has to do a country that starts with the letter B, C, D, E, etc., 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 until we get to Z. Now this is the little, what's the word I'm looking for? The trick to it, I suppose you could say, which is basically that when someone is thinking about a country, if the other two contestants have thought of a country that starts with that letter, they can say, I have one. And if both of the other two come up with one before the person who's supposed to does, then they can say it out. And then if he hasn't got one by that stage, he's out. All right, does that make sense? All right, fantastic. Yeah. So here it goes. I'll start, and we're going to do countries. Alaska's not a country, so I won't say that. I'm going to start with A. So America. I got one.
Brazil.
Brazil, very good.
Croatia.
Okay, so I got Denmark.
Egypt.
France.
Yeah, G. Germany. Go on.
Hamburg.
Hamburg. G. H. Oh, sorry, you're right. Sorry, carry on. Hamburg's not a country. Okay, we can still go.
Okay, wait,
I go on.
I got one.
Okay, Holland.
Hungary.
Okay, so me and Tony continue.
Okay, wait,
H.
what am I on?
I got one.
I got one.
Oh, but now you can play.
India.
So you can play. So India, I, J. Jamaica.
What is after J?
Okay.
Okay.
You're going.
Got one.
Oh, what you got?
Oh, no, I don't.
Okay.
Oh, wait. I got one, Kenya.
I had Kenya too. Okay. So JKL. Lithuania.
I got one. Oh, okay.
Lithuania, that's a country, right? Yeah. Okay. JKLM.
Got one.
I got one. What do you got?
Madagascar.
Morocco.
Oh.
Yes. So I win that road trip game. You guys get the hang of that one. All right. Fourth road trip game to make your road trip super fun. We call the number plate game, and how this one works is pretty simple. If you come up towards a car or a car passes you, there are generally, at least in South Africa there are, 3 letters on that number plate, sometimes 2. And then the challenge is, we didn't do this one yet, I'm still describing how the game works. The challenge is to try to come up with a sentence using each of the letters, and each letter will be a word. So that one is, for example,
JFL, jellyfish limbo.
What? Jellyfish limbo? Yeah, we can go for that. It doesn't always have to make sense, but it can be fun. All right, the first person to come up with one which is cool and crazy, maybe even
makes sense,
weird, and makes the others laugh, they will definitely get the point for that. All right, so let's give that one a go. All right, I'm just going to move the camera a little bit.
I'm joking.
Yes, like it.
The camera's a little bit skew, but hey, you get the point. All right, here we go. The problem is my eyes aren't so good. I can't see that far.
Oh, HRS.
High-rise sections.
No, sorry, I don't know.
Hotel Romeo Sierra, no. Hotel.
Hello, Ronald.
McDonald's. Son.
Ronald.
Six machine.
No, that's too early. HRS. Hey.
Ooh,
Randy. Students. Hey, Randy students. Boom.
Felix Zulu.
FX.
Felix Koza.
Felix Iskoza. I'll accept that. Okay, cool. We're gonna do 2 more. Let's do 2 more. So Francis is speeding up so we can get to the next car. So this doesn't take too long for you, and you sit here watching us going, when are they gonna get to the next one?
come on, Fringe.
Say, shout it out when you can see it.
HDY.
HDY.
High definition youngsters.
High definition youngsters. I'll give that to you. That was pretty impressive. Okay. So I think that's long enough for this game. That one is great.
High definition youngsters.
I'm not sure what that means, but I like it.
It means they're very like high def.
It's a new name for the millennials.
It's like the generation that was born in 2010 and onwards. Yeah. The high definition youngsters. They're born in the generation of the high definition people.
See you.
All right. So that is the rollerblade game. All right, rollerblade? Car number plate game.
CF.
No, we're not playing anymore. We're done. 1-1-1. We all won that one. All right. All right, and the final game for Road Trip Games, the sequel video. Remember, share this video with your friends so we can get countless videos like the last one. So we
50
got,
views.
Yeah, we got 46 last time around. Let's see if we can get 47, maybe even 50. Oh my god. Am I really bright? Do I need to like go down?
No, you're fine.
You sure? Okay.
Yeah,
You're good.
Alright, cool. So this game is called Add On Items Story, and it basically goes like this. So what you do is someone starts a story and they end it off with, just give me an example.
You just tell a story. So one day I went to the park, and then the next
All right.
person goes,
And I saw a dog. And then we have to remember the other person's story and add our own, and then it keeps going around until someone cannot. Alright, so should I begin?
"You shall."
Alright, let me think of something different. One day I went to the park.
One day I went to the park and sat on the bench.
One day I went to the park and sat on the bench with my ice cream.
One day I went to the park and sat on the bench with my ice cream, and I saw a man running naked.
One day I went to the park and I sat on the bench with my ice cream, and I saw a man running naked in the park with nothing on.
Okay.
One day I went to the park and sat on the bench with my ice cream, and I saw a man running naked in the park with nothing on. It must have been very hot.
So one day I went to the park, sat on the bench with my ice cream, and I saw a man naked in the park. He had nothing on. It must have been very hot because he was sweating everywhere. Besides the fact that he was naked. Go ahead.
One day I went to the park and I sat on the bench with my ice cream, and I saw a man running in the park naked with nothing on. He must have been hot.
Oh, you can't help
I'm sorry.
it!
I just wanted to go.
I was like waiting for so long, and he was sweating profusely, like I'm doing now.
And add your bit. Tell me about
Add your
it.
bit.
Like I'm doing now. Like I said.
Oh, like I'm doing now.
Oh,
Okay.
right, okay.
So one day I went to the park and sat on the bench with my ice cream. I saw a naked guy in the park running around.
Okay, yeah. I'm afraid I wasn't actually paying attention. But Franz was like,
No,
no, so I agree with Franz. That is, she's game over, so...
What was it, Franz? You said how it was.
One day I went to the park, sat on the
Sat on the
bench
with my ice
with
cream.
my ice cream.
I saw a naked guy in the
I saw a
park
naked guy
Running.
in the park. I saw a
running.
naked guy
That's
running in
what
the
I
park.
said.
No, but
Running.
it's-
He had nothing on. It must be very hot because he was sweating
Yeah, I didn't
all
look into
over.
that.
And
He was sweating. He said profusely.
anyways,
Like
this
I'm
videos
doing
are way too long. You get the point of this game. Anyways, if you like these games, if you play these games, comment on the video, share them with me on my Facebook page, with us on our private pages if you want to join and you want to be friends with us on Facebook. There's no guarantee that they'll accept your friend request, but I probably will. I like everyone. Anyways, that's it. Hope you like it. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Alternatively, subscribe to my channel to see more fun, crazy videos like this. Ciao for now.